Hello there, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Collector's Outpost. I am John. Well, we're taking a look at the third Mace Windu Lightsaber in the past, I don't know, 6 or 7 months or something. I forgot when the first one was. But Vader Sabers sent this over to me. This is the 89 Sabers. And I'm really excited to do this video for a couple of reasons. Number one, when this video comes out, my channel is probably just gonna hit or just pass 10,000 subscribers, so a big thank you to all of you. And the other part that I'm really excited about is that back when I first started this channel in February, well, I actually didn't really start the channel in February 2022. I started it quite a bit before that, a few years before that, but I actually started to put focus on this channel in 2022. And last summer of 2022, Vader Sabers reached out to me to do the first review. Now, it is amazing to have seen not only my channel grow, but their store grow so much over the past year, to the point of now they're starting to offer a Grandmaster section in their menu where you can find high-end lightsabers, such as 89 Sabers. And we're actually going to take a look at a few 89 Sabers. I actually have a Graflex with a crystal chamber on the way. And elf sabers. So we actually have a set of Ahsoka Tano lightsabers coming over that are elf. So that's going to be really awesome because I've never looked at an elf saber before, so that's going to be great. That has some really awesome LEDs in it. So I've shared a bunch of reels that Vader Sabers had posted on those. So I'm so proud of Vader Sabers for growing over the past year. I'm so happy of the growth of this channel, and thank you all for helping this channel grow. And if you're not a subscriber yet, please drop down, hit the subscribe button, like button, and notification button, because it's all been helping this channel grow so much over the last year and a half. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back and hanging out. Let's get into this unboxing. So here we are at the 89 Sabers Mace Windu Lightsaber, and I want to thank Vader Sabers for sending this over. This is an incredible lightsaber. So before we get this bad boy unboxed, I just want to look at the first accessory that it comes with, and that is the stands. These are actually my favorite lightsaber stands. You know, and I've got a rack of 3 over here. I've got smaller stands with little plaques. I've got larger stands with some larger plaques. I've literally got them all over my walls, you know. And then I have this little display in my movie room. It's 3 shelves, and I just love the way these stands look in that shelf. They're lit from the top with LEDs, and I've been trying to hunt down more of these stands just to have this style stand. Because they're just so nice. You know, they're a little bit more compact. I love the plaque that's on it. Absolutely stunning. All right, let's get to what we are here for, and that is this 89 Sabers Mace Windu Lightsaber. Here we have a, I don't know if this is like suede or whatever, but there's like a little carrying case that comes included with your saber. And I love the presentation of these 89 Sabers. You got the laser cut foam and everything sits in here so nicely. And we also have a USB charger in here, okay? Then we have our little pack of some extra retention screws and an Allen wrench. And of course we have the really stunning Mace Windu Lightsaber. Now, I'll be honest with you, I've looked side by side with some screenshots, you know, of some stunt sabers and a few that I found on auction. This has got to be the most accurate Mace Windu lightsaber that I've come across so far. Now, also included is a screen accurate blade plug. Really nice touch. So this is a 7/8. That means this is going to take a 7/8 blade. Which I do have a bunch over here, so that's going to be really nice. But this does not include a blade, and I do recommend getting a blade because I've had a few 89 Sabers recently, and my other 89 Sabers also takes 1-inch blades, but I actually had to sand 2 of them down. I even went and got a quad star blade from Civilized Sabers, and when I went over to Civilized Sabers to pick it up, we actually well, Anthony had to sit there and sand it down for about an hour to make sure that it fit the 1-inch. However, this one I do have 7/8 blades here, and it fits absolutely perfect. All right, let's swing on over to the Vader Sabers website, and I want to give you a forewarning that there's probably going to be some sticker shock, but you have to understand what is involved in these higher end lightsabers, and especially these crystal chambers. So if you don't understand where the price comes from, then it's probably not going to be for you. But on average, I mean, a regular lightsaber can run $500 or $600, you know, as is, and then you're taking it to the next level of really beautifully crafted, higher end materials. We're talking brass, we're talking really nice metals, and some are made out of steel, crystal chamber designs that are stunning, you know, so the price is justified, honestly. So over here we have the Shatterpoint 3 Crystal Mace Windu inspired lightsaber. Technology here, you can get an empty hilt for $449. And then you can click into this. So this is a Profi, so you can click into Profi. Let's go no crystal and 32-inch blade. And looks like we're at $749. And then if you want to go into, which this one is, the crystal chamber. This one is $929 without a blade. And you can add a blade for $50, and that'll put it at $979. So yeah, this one does have a crystal chamber in here, and we'll take a look at that in a second. This is a Profi. It does have two buttons. We have the power and the ignition, or power and whatever. I'm looking at it backwards. So, and then we have, let's move this box over here. And then we have the chassis. I mean, listen to this, no squeak, nothing. This is, it's like butter. It's beautiful. Take that off here. We have your 18650 battery, fully removable chassis. On the back here, we do have a kill switch, which is fantastic. And then we have your Profi connector right there. And we have a couple LED lights actually on the chassis itself, so that's really cool. The crystal chamber is on the back here. Crystal chambers are so cool. So again, we've got the power and auxiliary on the sides, and this middle button here is the release switch for the back plate. So we're going to push that middle button, and we are going to release the back, and you're just going to grab on the sides and just give a little tug. That's incredible, and it's just absolutely, absolutely beautiful. All right, let's flip it on, which I think is, there we go. Now, let's go through some of the sound fonts, and then we'll show you a couple of settings for color and volume, stuff like that. But the sound on this is so nice. It's not very, very loud. It's like perfectly loud and has some great tone, a little bit of a, like a thickness, some more bottom end to it. Not a ton of high end that's gonna pierce through your ears or anything like Xenopixel. So we've got twist on, twist off. We've got beautiful smooth swing. I'm gonna try to keep the crystal facing you guys so you can see it. Beautiful smooth swing. Flash on clash. Blaster effects as always. Whoops, wrong button. Love it. Oh, so good. It just sounds so real. You know, like some of the other sabers, like the Xenopixels and SN Pixels, so many of them sound so thin, but anything I've ever got from 89 Sabers just sounds stunning. Got lockup effects. Oh, it's so good. It's just so good.
It's treason.
It's treason. Beautiful.
I'll never join you. You knew the power of the dark side. Ben Solo.
Hello, Master.
It's just so good. I like, there's something about these 89 Saber quality that is just above and beyond anything else that I can get from, you know, these TXQ Sabers and these LGT Sabers. I mean, they're very nice, but they don't feel like these Sabers. These Sabers are just incredible. And it's a quality that you can feel just in your hand the second you hold an 89 Sabers. I don't know, man. There's these, which are great. Then there's Disney stuff, which are, you might as well just throw most of those out if you're looking for accuracy. And then there's 89. So I'm gonna show you how to change the colors really quick. So we're gonna go to the back here. We have the power and auxiliary. The right one is auxiliary, the left one is the power. So we're gonna hold auxiliary and then click power. And then all we're gonna do is just turn your saber. I just love watching that crystal. That'll work. And then do the same thing, auxiliary and power, to set it in. And the volume's pretty easy to access. We're gonna hold the auxiliary for about a second or so. All right, and then power and auxiliary. So power is up, which I think we're already at the top, and then auxiliary is down. You should be able to hear the sound going down. All right, so when it hits the bottom, the beep changes, so let's go all the way back up. Just hit the power button. And we're at the top there. And you're gonna set that in, same way, hold the auxiliary for about a second. Boom. Now you can also mute this really quick when it's going on. You're just gonna hit the power button twice really quick. 1, 2. All right, so now you're in mute mode. So you won't wake up the family like I do half the time. All right, and to get out of mute mode, you're just gonna do it again, 1, 2. So let's just take a minute out to kind of side by side the Mace Windu lightsabers I have here. Now this one here, this one is a master replica, 0.45 scale. It's the collector's series or collector's something or whatever. And this one actually kind of had just like a frosted metal. So, but don't pay attention to that. We're just looking at scale and where things are sitting. I gotta tell you, the most accurate one to this master replica is by far the 89 Sabers version. Now, this one came over recently from Neo Sabers, and you know, as nice as it is, it did come with the accurate blade plug. You know, the grips are plastic. These are also kind of like a plasticky rubber. They're not as like hard plastic as this one. I like these a lot better, and these here are kind of like a plastic too. Now, if you put this really, really close to the 89 Sabers, and I'll even move in this version here, it's a Xenopixel. This version here has got some serious problems as far as design, and you don't really notice them until they're all kind of lined up and you take a look at what Master Replica did, and then you pull up a ton of photos online of the actual prop and the stunt saber, and really the conclusion is that this whole design, as much as it resembles Mace Windu, is just completely off. All right, so this here, the pommel is very thin and the CoverTech clip is lined up completely on the wrong side and in the wrong spot. It should be backed off to somewhere around there on the right side. The grips don't bother me. You know, I do wish there were more of a rubbery, like this has, it's still a hard plastic, but has more of a rubber feel to them. And this one does kind of have more of that harder plastic. Now the rings over here can't really complain too much about. However, this version, the first Vader Sabers one, which is the Nexus LGT, has bat nipples. And if you are a Batman fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about with bat nipples. However, the CoverTech clip is falling on the right side. So this first version, the Xenopixel here, very much, it's really close to the 89 Sabers version. This is very, very tiny, not even close to accurate. Now you look at here, the master replica, you can see that the Xenopixel and the 89 Sabers very much match this kind of slant, this angle, and this thickness over here. Now moving up to the gold buttons over here, the Xenopixel and the 89 Sabers are very, very similar. The 89 Sabers is it's slightly thinner and maybe just a little bit shorter. Neo Sabers version over here, very, very tiny blocks, and you can see those side by side. And then you got this little forehead over here. This one here is just a smidge bigger than the 89 Sabers, but I do think that is just due to the overall scale. This is a 1-inch blade, and this is a 7/8 blade. So the whole thing itself as a hilt is just a hair or so bigger in scale. The smallest one is the 89 Sabers. Now the Neo Sabers one, this is just huge, and these buttons are very, very tiny. And then moving up, this whole bottleneck over here is ginormous. Then we have the 89 Sabers and the Xenopixel looking very similar. Again, the Xenopixel just being slightly larger in scale. And I mean, we can't even compare this side really, because you've got this beautiful, beautiful piece of artwork right in the middle, this crystal chamber. The Xenopixel unfortunately does have 2 screws in the back, making that even less screen accurate, along to match its nipple on the front. The Neo Sabers version does not have that, so that does make it a little bit more screen accurate there. Now, as for this leather rubbery piece, each one of them are completely different in design. This looks like a little bit larger scale. This looks a little bit more like alligator skin. This kind of more matches the design of the 89 Sabers version, and the 89 Sabers version matches the master replica version very, very well in the screenshots. So taking a look at the cover text, we have the master replica here, which you can clearly see is on a little bit of a riser there. So it has the cover tech clip here, and then like a screw that bridges that to the actual hilt itself. Now the Neo Sabers version captured that very well. Then the Vader Sabers Xenopixel version didn't capture that at all. This is not even black, this is silver, and there's really no screw or bar bridging it to the hilt itself. It's just basically screwed right to it. And then here is the 89 Sabers version, which is just bang on. So these are the 3 Mace Windu lightsabers I have here, and in dead last place as far as screen accuracy is this Neo Sabers version. In second place would be this Xenopixel version, which Vader Saber sent to me. If you care about neither of those, you can get this Master Replica 0.45 scale on eBay, probably for around, I think I got this one for like 70 bucks. But if you're looking for damn accurate screen versions of Mace Windu, because Mace Windu is your guy, then this is the version you're gonna want to get, because this is just untouchable. It's beautiful. So this thing checks off everything on the list. Screen accuracy, weight and feel, just the way it feels in your hand, design quality, the quality of the materials itself, the sound, the speaker and everything, it just checks everything off. It's loaded with 16 or so sound fonts, so you are set to go. All right, that's it, my friends. This is the Mace Windu 89 Sabers from the Grandmaster Collection over at Vader Sabers. Thank you so much to Vader Sabers for sending this over for everybody to check out. I am so excited for you for expanding your company and now offering some high-end quality sabers like 89 Sabers and Elf Sabers. Everybody's gonna love them. I love them. If you want the best sabers out there, these are what you're gonna go with. But anyway, drop down below, let me know what you think of the Crystal Chamber 89 Sabers Mace Windu Lightsaber. While you're down there, hit that like button, subscribe, and notification button for all new upcoming videos. I've got some more 89 Sabers coming. I've got other lightsabers. I've got 6-scale Star Wars figures coming, so there's a lot of really good stuff going on here. This video might be the video that finally kicks the channel over 10,000 subscribers, and that's so exciting. So thank you all for your support, and I will see you all on the next video. Be safe and kind out there in the world. See ya.